Well, hello, hello. Hey, I thought I would try Tim's here. Oh, I ain't gonna say where I am. Is coffee the same? Another Tim Hortons. Wow. We're about to find out. Oh, it is much stronger here. Almost tastes like Starbucks. Whoa, that will get us going here, but we only got a few minutes today. But we could probably do a couple of days here if you are what that we just might do that. I mean, look behind me. Oh, there we. It's early in the morning. I know the guy here. Yep. Anyways, we're gonna carry on here. I guess you know. Oh, it is. That's no, that's coffee. I'll tell you. Anyways, John, chapter by chapter, verse by verse, and reference by reference. Ah, look at this. And I'm thinking, well, these are the words of Jesus here that John recorded in John 5:31 to 38. So listen closely and tell me what you think about that. If these words could apply today. Okay, let's just read it. If I were to testify on my own behalf, my testimony would not be valid, but someone else is also testifying about me. And this is Jesus speaking, as I mentioned. And I assure you that everything he says about me is true. In fact, you sent investigators to listen to John the Baptist, and his testimony about me was true. Of course, I have no need for human witness, but I say these things so that you might be saved. I want to stop there because the word of God is speaking to you today. So it's about time you paid attention, boy. I don't know if I finish that cup. I'll be outside there running around the city. Ooh. Anyways, I'm telling you where it is. Forget it. No, no, no. My travels are secret. Anyways, I'll read this again. If I were to testify on my own behalf, my witness would not be valid. I'm not testifying on my own behalf here either. I'm testifying on the word of God's behalf. And if you believe anything about God, you would know that if these were his words, that God would not lie and cannot lie. But someone else is also testifying about me, Jesus is saying. I assure you that everything he says about me is true. In fact, you sent investigators to listen to John the Baptist, and his testimony about me was true, of course. I have no need for human witness, but I say these things so that you might be saved. Again, we'll go back to John 1:12. To those who even believe on his name, he gave the right and the privilege and the authority to become children of God. John was like a burning and shining lamp, and you were excited for a while about his message. But I have a greater witness than John, my teachings and my miracles. The Father gave me these works to accomplish, and they prove that he sent me. Jesus speaking here. And the Father who sent me has testified about me himself. You have never heard his voice or seen him face to face, and you do not have his message in your heart because you do not believe in me and the one who sent you. Wow. John 5:31 has a reference over to John 8:13 and 14. And it's again, John here is the greatest testimony of Jesus in the book of John. John 8:13 and 14. The Pharisees replied, "You are making these claims about yourself. Such testimony is not valid." Jesus told them, "These claims are valid even though I make them about myself, for I know where I came from and where I am going. But you don't know this about me." John 5:32 as a reference over to John 8:18. "I am one witness, and my Father who sent me is the other." I'm glad my laptop works over here because I have some editing to do. We'll just fix that like so. It is warm in here. Well, not too bad outside. Let me say -15 or something. I just like to stay here and look out the window. Watch the snow fall so gently. Anyways, we'll save that. John 5:36 says, "I have a greater witness than John." Oh, look what came in there. Hey there. Can I pick it up? Oh, look at it. Oh, look at that. A pretty kitty. Eh? Oh, such a pretty kitty. Yeah. What you doing, girl? Yeah. Oh, you want to see what's in the bag? Hmm? Or you want to stay here? Anyways, John 5:36 says, "I have a greater witness than John. My teaching and my miracles. The Father gave me these to accomplish the works to accomplish, and they prove that he sent me." And the reference from here light up the pages, and they're all in John because John is the disciple that Jesus loved. And that was his statement. That was his boasting. And where was I? Okay. These references light up the pages. Look at John 10:24 and 25. The people surrounded him and asked, "How long are you going to keep us in suspense? If you are the Messiah, tell us plainly." Jesus replied, "I've already told you, and you don't believe me. The proof is in the work I do in my Father's name." Now go down to John 10:37 and 38. "Well, don't believe me unless I carry out my own Father's work. But if I do the work, believe in the evidence of the miracles of the works I have done, even if you don't believe in me." Jesus is saying here, look at the works I've done. What? I like this. It's almost like syrup. You just pour it in there. I like how they do that. You just pour it in that hot water. That's coffee, dude. Oh, that's coffee. Ah. Then you will know and understand that the Father is in me and I am in the Father. And if that's not enough, look at John 14:11. Just believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Or at least believe because of the work you have seen me do. And if that's still not enough, John 15, verse 24. If I haven't done such miraculous signs among them that no one else could do, they would not be guilty. But as it is, they have seen everything I did, yet they still hate me and my Father. Let me ask you something. Do you hate Buddha? Do you hate Muhammad? Do you hate any other so-called gods? Do you have a hatred for them? Do you use their name in a curse? Do not look at me as being guilty, less guilty. And yet, you hate the Father and you hate Jesus. And that's why he is accursed. Nobody curses Muhammad. Nobody curses Buddha. No, they are not gods. They are nothing. But they are not a curse or a hatred for anyone. Yet, as it says here, they still hate me and my Father. And 1 John 5, verse 9. Since we believe human testimony, and as it says over in Revelation there, they overcame the evil one by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. I don't know where you're sitting, but in this 21st century, you can't deny it. You cannot deny that with all of the things that happened in the 60s and the 70s, even at the very beginning of the 80s, we lived at the very peak of civilization. Every child that went to school had the hope to become someone, to become a fireman, an electrician, a nurse, whatever. That was there is no hope for a child in the 21st century other than the hope of believing in Jesus Christ. First John 5:9. Since we believe human testimony, surely we can believe the greater testimony that comes from God. And if God has testified about his Son. John 6:38. I have come down from heaven to do the will of God who sent me, not to do my own will. Jesus never done his own will. My will here is out here, trying Timmy's in a place far, far away. How far is it? Far, far away. I like this, dripping this stuff in. Oh, it's around the side. Oh, make my toes curl. And then you take and kind of whip it around and man, that's coffee. Anyways, go over this John 6:38 again. For I've come down from heaven to do the will of God who sent me, Jesus says, not to do my own will. Numbers 6:24 and 26. You know it. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you peace. 2 Corinthians 5:21. For God made Christ, who never sinned, to be sin for be the sin offering for us, so that we could be made right with God through Christ. Well, I have a tour coming up, You ain't gonna find out where I am. No way, I'm telling you. I'm here all by myself and don't have to talk to anybody. But I couldn't finish this. I mean, look, there's still some left. I mean, it is black out of the oil out of a 66 Ford. I guess I won't be able to finish it. I hope they won't be offended, but I'll have to head out here. So I'll be back. I can't, I know I will. I'll be back.